As a singer, the sacrifices you make to become a good singer is always what makes you stand out. When I was much younger back then, I used to attend the church where our choir practice starts by 10 in the morning, Saturdays, and ends at 6:30 in the evening. So we go to choir practice as if you are going to work. We have to prepare our food, put in the flask, because once it is 1:30, you're going to have to go for break to go and eat that food, and after that we will come back at 2:30 and then continue practicing. So when we come to choir practice, the first thing we do is we break into different groups. You have your alto group, you have your tenor group, you have your bass group, you then have your soprano group, and then everybody in this group has a leader who teaches them their own part. So we use our sheet music, everybody picks their sheet music. You got to stick to your own part. So you get everybody is one side singing and trying to score their own part. And then also not just that, learning voice training, we also work on our pitch from 10 a.m. till 1:30. And you do not come late. If you come late, you're going back home, 10:30. So we'll do that on every Saturday, and then after that 1:30, when we've gone for break, when we come back from the break, we now come together as an entire choir to now see what every one of us has worked together, and then we'll now score it together. And guess what? The sacrifices pay off, because each time we sing, we sound like we are from heaven. Choir was sounding very, very well. There was no stress. The choir master has singers, not farmers. So all of us that were there, we were already very, very well trained. We could all sing. So it was easy for the choir master to work with us, and that was how we sacrificed. Every Saturday, we must go to choir practice from 10 a.m. and then close at 6 p.m. So that's 6:30 when we have a lot of work to do. And we'll still come back on Wednesday at 4 p.m. to do the second rehearsal. So you see, this is the sacrifices that we make to become good singers. And today, you see churches having choir that don't even meet at all in a week. You ask them, say, we are busy, I'm working, I'm going to work, I have to work, I have to pay bills. Okay, so if you are working, what happens to the church? What happens to your service? What happens to your contribution to the growth of your church? It's important to understand that if you do not involve yourself in your church music, if you are a chorister, you are actually denying your church of your presence, of your service. God is going to ask you, so what did you do with the time given to you, with the gifts given to you? So let us learn to make sacrifices. It's not every time we have excuses, we are going to work, we have work to do, I'm busy, I have to pay bills. Yes, we all pay bills, but that's not always the case. Try to make the right sacrifices to become, a better singer.